In this video, explain One Piece again. Like Game 100. Episode 6. Having warded off the Buggy pirates, a wounded Zoro drags Luffy's cage to a local pet food shop. The mayor appears and takes Zoro into his house to nurse his wounds. Meanwhile, Luffy interacts with Chowchu, a dog defending the shop. The mayor explains that Chowchu's owner passed away from illness, so he continues to defend the deceased owner's store as a memento. Although Nami arrives with the key to Luffy's cage, Chowchu eats the key before the cage could be unlocked. Buggy sends his first mate, Moji the Beast Tamer, to search for and eliminate Zoro. Riding his lion Richie, he finds Luffy still trapped in the cage. Moji orders Richie to attack Luffy, inadvertently destroying his cage and setting him free. He then strikes Luffy into a house, destroying it. Richie raids the store for food and burns it to the ground as Chowchu fights in vain to defend the store. After seeing Moji's actions, Luffy came to Chowchu's aid, defeating both Richie and Moji before giving the dog a single box of pet food salvaged from the fire. Moji returns to Buggy to report his defeat. As an act of vengeance, Buggy fires a buggy ball into the town, destroying the mayor's house with Zoro still in it. Although Zoro was fortunately unharmed by the blast, the mayor decides to stand up to Buggy for his callous invasion of the town. Nami agrees to temporarily join forces with Luffy and Zoro and assist Boodle in confronting Buggy. Episode 7. Luffy knocks Boodle unconscious to prevent him from injuring himself further in battle. Buggy fires a buggy ball at the group, but Luffy deflects the cannonball using his rubber body, firing the projectile back at the Buggy pirates. Buggy's men are decimated by the attack, save for Buggy himself, who had used his subordinates as human shields, and his chief of staff and acrobat, Kabeji, who had used Richie as a shield. Kabeji offers to battle the group on Buggy's behalf, and Zoro decides to duel him one-on-one. At the start of the battle, Kabeji uses dirty tricks to give himself an advantage, aiming for Zoro's stab wound. He also rides on his unicycle to attack Zoro from different angles. However, Zoro uses his onigiri technique, slicing Kabeji's chest and defeating him. Kabeji falls off his unicycle, and Zoro falls asleep on the ground, leaving Luffy and Buggy the only combatants left in combat. During Zoro's battle with Kabeji, Nami breaks away from the group, instead trespassing into the pub. She takes down one of the patrolling guards and uses his key to open a treasure chest, revealing a map of the Grand Line inside. Luffy and Buggy battle, with Buggy detaching his body parts to protect himself from Luffy's attacks. However, Buggy manages to damage Luffy's straw hat. Buggy then pierces the hat with 3 knives, further infuriating Luffy. After Luffy reveals the significance of the hat to Buggy, Buggy reveals that he holds a very strong grudge against Shanks, cursing his name. Episode 8. Buggy reveals his relationship with Shanks, as they were both apprentices working for a pirate crew. While the pirates were looting a ship, Buggy found a valuable treasure map and kept it for himself. He later learns from Shanks that the pirates have also looted a devil fruit from the ship. Buggy planned to steal the fruit, escape the crew, and sell both the fruit and the map. Buggy ate a fake devil fruit in front of the pirates while he kept the real one for himself. However, just before he was able to leave with the fruit, he was caught by Shanks, causing him to accidentally eat the fruit. Buggy also lost the treasure map as the wind blew the map overboard. Buggy, who permanently lost the ability to swim, was unable to recover the map, foiling his plans of defecting from the pirates and starting his own crew. He would need to wait another 10 years to accrue the wealth needed to start his own crew. In the present day, Buggy spots Nami attempting to leave with his treasure. Using Bara Bara Festival, Buggy splits himself up into several pieces and attempts to seize his stolen treasure. However, Luffy comes to her aid, striking him down. Buggy attempts to reassemble himself, but Nami restrains many of his body parts with a rope, leaving Buggy much smaller. Luffy then strikes the weakened Buggy with Goma Goma no Bazooka, sending him flying into the air and out of the town. Nami gives Luffy the map of the Grand Line while she keeps the rest of Buggy's treasures. She agrees to temporarily sail with the crew as an opportunity to acquire bellies. Meanwhile, The citizens of Orange Town, who had evacuated to the outskirts due to Buggy's invasion, grow increasingly concerned for their mayor's safety and decide to return to the town. However, as the group were the only pirates left in the town, they are incorrectly blamed for the destruction of the town. Luffy flees from the angry citizens. Chaochu, aware of the crew's true intentions, stops the mob, allowing them to head to the pier to escape. Back in the town, Boodle wakes up and finds that the Buggy pirates have been successfully repelled from the town. He goes to the pier to thank the group as they depart. To Nami's horror, Luffy leaves her treasures behind so the citizens could fund repairs for the town. On a distant island, a mysterious man stands and awaits visitors to his land. Episode 9. The crew, who lack a ship adequate for the Grand Line, decide to stop by Syrup Village, a small island in the south, in search of a better ship. In Syrup Village, the town prankster, Usopp, fools the townspeople into thinking pirates have come to attack the village. The townspeople chase him out of town. However, one of the children in Usopp's pretend pirate crew inform him that pirates have indeed arrived at the island. The Usopp pirates go to the coast to confront the crew. Usopp attempts to intimidate and repel them from the island, but all attempts fail as Luffy sees through each of his ploys. Luffy deduces that Usopp is the son of Yasopp, one of the people on Shank's crew. After stopping at a local restaurant for food, they decide to go to the large mansion on top of the hill to ask its owners for financial support. The lady of the mansion, Kaya, is being protected by her butler, Clahador, following her parents' deaths. Despite Usopp being the only person to make her happy, Clahador bars him from entering the mansion due to his reputation as a delinquent. Still, Usopp sneaks into the mansion and speaks with Kaya. The crew follow him and sneak into the mansion, but Clahador confronts them for trespassing. In the outskirts of the town, a peculiar man emerges, moonwalking down the road. Episode 10. Clahador confronts the crew, refusing their request for a ship. Redirecting his rage at Usopp, he insults Usopp for his pirate father, calling him a barbaric, lowly criminal. Usopp angrily attacks Clahador. In response, Clahador expels Usopp and the crew from the front yard, ordering them to never return. Kaya remains in her bedroom and cries, and Clahador enters to console her. He explains his past and the reasoning behind his protection of her. After being expelled from the ship he was working on, he was left derelict in Syrup Village. Kaya's father kindly accepted him into his mansion, and he dedicated himself to servitude for Kaya's family. After Kaya's parents passed away, Clahador decided to become her guardian and protect her from harm, including Usopp, whom he considers to be a bad influence on her. Kaya forgives Clahador for his harsh handling of the situation. Zoro and Nami remain on the outskirts of town with the children. One of the children discovers the strange moonwalking man and alerts the others. The man introduces himself as a hypnotist. He demonstrates his skills by hypnotizing the children with a chakram on a string, causing the children to fall asleep. However, he accidentally hypnotizes himself, causing him to fall asleep as well. Usopp and Luffy sit on a cliff, where they discuss Usopp's father, Yasopp. However, they find Clahador, who is privately meeting with the hypnotist, Django, at the base of the cliff. To their horror, they find that Clahador was really Captain Kuro of the Black Cat Pirates. Kuro and Django intended to assassinate Kaya to inherit her wealth, as Django could hypnotize Kaya into changing her will. They reveal that Kuro escaped Marine pursuit by sending a lookalike of him to the Marines for execution. Django reveals that the Black Cat Pirates ship was stationed at the island, ready to invade the village. Kuro and Django spot Luffy and Usopp overhearing their conversation. Django hypnotizes Luffy asleep, causing him to fall headfirst off the cliff. They decide not to pursue Usopp, knowing the townspeople would not believe him if he spoke out. Usopp flees toward the village.